Hello, pink little bunny. I was wondering if there was some way where I could make money off other people who think they can make money if something maybe happens. Caesar, let me think. Yes, I have just the thing for you. Hello and welcome to Caesar's Snack Sandwich. Today we're back on Ethereum talking about Yearn Finance again. So let's head over to Yearn Finance and the vaults. Today we're going to talk about a vault, but if I scan down through these vaults, I won't see the vault that I'm going to talk about. It's called the HEGIC vault. Now, why is it not here, and why am I talking about it? It's a current production test vault that they are testing, and testing in production with real money, of course, but it's not open to the public because it is a test vault. And it is a version 2 vault, and none of the version 2 vaults are out quite yet. So, what is the HEGIC vault, and what is it going to do? Before we can talk about what the vault does, it's kind of important to talk about what HEGIC does, because HEGIC is a new style protocol on the blockchain. So let's take a look over to HEGIC first. So here's the HEGIC website. It says the simplest options trading experience. So HEGIC is a non-registration, KYC-free, no email required, decentralized for the most part, options trading platform. Now, this article or this video is not here to teach you about options trading and how to perform it and so forth, but I think I should explain a little bit what options trading is. If you want an in-depth video on options trading, I can suggest this one here. It's called Options Trading for Beginners, the Ultimate In-Depth Guide. It's 3 hours long, and it's by Projectum. Anyhow, I'll put a link up here and you can check it out, and there'll also be a link in the description along with every other website I visit. So back over to HEGIC. So as I mentioned, HEGIC is an options trading platform. They are currently offering two tokens. They are offering the ETH and the Bitcoin, wrapped Bitcoin, to buy options on, to put options on. So when you make a options trade, you're either doing a put or a call. And a put is a bet that the price will go down in the future, and a call is a bet that the price will go up in the future. So if you look at the current price and you think that the price will go up in a certain amount of time, you can set the period of holding. This is how long the contract will be good for. And what the options basically is you have the option to buy in the future or sell, if it's a put, at the price that you negotiated on the day that you opened the contract. So let's say I was here and the current price is $452. So I wanted to buy a call. I believe that in, let's say, 1 day or 4 weeks, I think the price will go up to 495 or more. So in 28 days, I can exercise this contract to buy the Ethereum at this price. And if, say, the price is way up here, then I can sell it to someone else at this price at market. So I can make this profit. Now this gap in here covers the fee. There is a fee for this contract because they're not going to give it to you for free, right? You have to pay for the right to not have to buy it. Because if the price goes down, then I don't necessarily have to buy it. I don't have to exercise it. Or if the price goes up but it doesn't go up quite enough, I don't need to exercise this option contract. But I will always have to pay the fee in order to have the contract. Now this is a very big simplicity. Like, I've simplified this down quite a bit. But if you want to trade options, I would suggest you dive deep into this website and try to find out all the details, because it's not quite the same as normal options trading, especially with stocks and stuff like that. There are some differences, like you know, you don't actually, there's, you know, each contract is for 1 ETH. It's not for 100 ETHs, like usually what stocks are for. Just for an example, so there's no leveraging. You know, your option contract is not leveraged like it would be with a stock option, where there's, you know, one contract is for 100 shares of a company. So anyways, so one of the major benefits of options trading is that you don't have such a big risk. So for example, let's say I decided to buy at this price and the price went down. Then I would lose $43 regardless of how far it went down. But if I actually bought the ETH on the market for 452 and it went down to 100, I would lose a lot more than $43. So it's a kind of a safer way to buy and sell, or to bet on the price action of these two assets. So like I said, there's only WBTC and ETH currently in here. Now, this kind of gives you a general idea of what's going on in here. Like I said, if you really want to know more about options trading and the HEGIC platform, I suggest you dive real deep into here, especially if you're going to be trading the options. But we're talking about Yearn today, and Yearn's Vault is not doing anything about trading the options. It's more about providing and staking in the protocol. So let's take a look over here at the HEGIC Vault. So I've made myself a little PPT to explain this out for you. So let's go through the first step. So we have users with HEGIC tokens. Now these are the native tokens, the governance tokens, if you will, for the HEGIC platform. So they come along to Yearn Finance and they're, hey, let's put all of our HEGIC tokens into this HEGIC Vault, right? So they will collect HEGIC tokens from several people, like many people. Everyone can pool them in together. Now, once the balance of the vault reaches 888,000, this is the magic number decided by HEGIC platform, they can do something special. They can take that pooled 888,000 and stake it into the HEGIC platform. Now, why would they want to do that? They want to either buy a lot of one of the 3,000 lots of either. So they have 1,500 lots of ETH and 1,500 lots of WBTC or Bitcoin. So you would stake these in here and then you would choose which one you wanted. So actually in test, Yearn has gone to the step of actually getting a lot of Ethereum. So now why do they want to do this? Okay. So in comes an options trader. So they come to the HEGIC platform and they decide to do some of these, either puts or calls on the platform itself. So they do some trading, right? Or buy some options. Okay. And they choose which one are they going to do. They're either going to deal with the ETH or deal with the Bitcoin. So for some reason, based on the governance voting, Yearn decided to buy the lot of ETH instead of the lot of BTC. I believe they believe there's going to be more options trading on the ETH. So whenever they decide to buy an options contract or interact with these two lots, they have two sorts of fees. They have the premium price fee, which I told you is here kind of. It doesn't call it premium price fee, but it's the cost of the contract. So the cost of the contract goes to the liquidity providers. The liquidity providers are the people who provide the actual ETH or actual WBTC to the HEGIC platform. And they get that entire amount of the premium price. So let's go back over here and change this one to a 100. Now look, this goes up substantially, right? Or let's say 47 ETH. So this entire amount here will go to the liquidity providers of the ETH if the person's trading ETH, or the WBTC if the person's trading WBTC. So that's how the liquidity providers make money here. They're also going to get some HEGIC tokens from the incentivizing the HEGIC platform is currently incentivizing people to interact with the act. So both the options trader and the liquidity provider are going to get some rewards in Hedgic token just purely by interacting with the platform. So, but what about the Yearn Vault? Like I said, the people who created the lots, who staked Hedgic tokens in here and bet on one of these, basically bet on one of these, are going to be used more often than another. So 1% fee for the contract, 1% of the fee will be paid in the token that they are betting on. So let's say she bets on the Ethereum token going up or down in price. 1% of her fee will go to be paid in Ethereum to the owners of this lot. So whoever has a stake, enough staked Hedgic tokens to have bought in a lot. So once again, the Bitcoin would be for she bet on Bitcoin. The Ethereum fee would be based on Ethereum. Okay. Now I believe she's always going to pay Ethereum, and the protocol will convert it to WBTC for these people, but I'm not sure about that. So onwards. So what does the Yearn Vault do with these? He's going to take it to Uniswap and swap it for more Hedge tokens. And then she's going to take the Hedge tokens and deposit it back inside here. Now, like I said, they just recently bought a lot of Ethereum. So there's a chance that they might build up enough through people using it and through new people coming and putting more Hedgic tokens in there in order to buy another lot of Ethereum. Or the protocol, Yearn Finance might vote on, let's do one lot of BTC and split it up. So that pretty much covers what the Hedgic token or the Hedgic Vault is doing right now. But there are some suggestions out there. And I saw one here in the State of the Vaults by Dude Sans. And he popped about a tweet from Carlos Senza. Carlos Senza says, why Hedgic Yearn Finance Test Vault 2 has just bought the first Hedgic options lot in Mainnet. So that's basically what I told you. Yearn Finance has already bought a lot of Ethereum. And then it says, second strategy for why Hedgic Vault. Buying a WPTC lot, basically what I've said here. Maybe next time the Yearn Vault will buy this instead of this, or just double up on that. And the last thing, buying a lot and using rewards to buy call options. This is complicated. So what he's talking about there is instead of taking the rewards and turning them into Hedgic and bringing them back, he's talking about using the rewards here as if you are an option trader to make some bets on the lots. So by taking the rewards and putting them in here, you'll also be giving yourself some more rewards. If you get that what I mean. So this ETH comes from people trading. And if I use this ETH to buy more, to buy more contracts, more options, then I'm also going to be paying myself. So the Vault will pay itself. But is it time to buy a put, or is it time to buy a call? That's a difficult call, I would say, in my opinion. So, but it's something completely doable, no doubt about it. Now, another option that they could do is they could take this ETH reward or the WBTC and actually provide it as liquidity to the Hedgic Foundation, right? So the liquidity pool here, it has a risk. It's not impermanent loss because they are single asset liquidity provisions like liquidity pools. You don't have to worry about impermanent loss. But if many people are winning, many people are successfully getting their options are successful, they've bet correctly, then these liquidity pool providers, the liquidity pools have to pay these people with the tokens. So the liquidity pool entire amount will be reduced. But it's spread across all the liquidity providers. So it's not just one person who's losing out. It's the entire pool will lose a little bit, the amount owed, but it will be shared between all the people in their proportions of what they put in. So this could be another option. Send this ETH or BTC into the liquidity pool instead of buying more Hedgic tokens. But those are pretty much the two options or that I saw, that I can think of, and that, Carlos here mentions in his tweet. So once again, this vault is being used for testing and is unaudited. So don't go inside unless you know what you're doing. Bugs may exist. It may lead to lots of funds. Do not put your funds in here that you're not okay with losing. So there's a pretty big disclaimer here. Don't put your money into this vault unless you don't care that much about losing it, because there is a possibility. It's a test vault, but it is a version 2 vault, and it's coming soon. So that's it for today. I hope it helps. I hope you understand better. It took me a little while to understand it myself, but I think I get the general idea, and I hope you do too now. Thanks again for watching. Goodbye. If you made it this far through the video, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. Now, if you want, you'll notice that you could always subscribe to my channel. If you may have noticed that my thumbnails have changed. Now, this is because I got a new microphone and it's improved my audio quite a bit. I hope you guys have noticed. All of these old videos, if you see the brownish, grayish here, those are my old videos. The sound quality is quite it's bad. So if you want to watch them, go ahead, but I'm going to try to remake some of them, maybe not, but sometimes I'll link to these, and if you go to the links, then I apologize for the sound quality. Now, if you would like to support the channel, you can subscribe, you can like, you can comment below, you can come and check out my Twitter. I only ever tweet about cryptocurrency related topics, so you feel free to join me there. Link in the description. The final way you can help me is you can head over to Rarible and pick up a NTF if you like. I try to make them cheap. I'm going to try to make some new ones as well. These don't seem to be too popular. But if you feel like throwing me a few bucks, grab an NTF. Get an NTF out of the deal. So these are all of the links are in the description for these places. So feel free to check them out. And thank you again. Goodbye.